Do you want me to be like completely honest with you? I came out of high school with all of the knowledge that I had from Christianity that I was taught growing up. I was this optimistic kid with all this energy, and I was gonna go into the world and save people from going to hell. I thought that I had all the information, knew all the facts, and I loved talking about controversial topics, and I wanted to be a really good debater, and I wanted to go out there, win arguments, and like convert people and do God's work, help people go to heaven and get closer with God. I wanted to be a missionary. That term sounded cool to me. I went into the world with all this energy, ready for battle, and it's surprising how quickly atheists manage to just destroy my arguments and completely outclass me and outskill me. Their knowledge, their skill was so much more advanced than mine was. They were taking quotes from the Bible and saying how they contradicted each other. They were using my own material against me, and I was like, how am I gonna win this fight? They're like over here, like hitting all the right moves, dodging all the attacks. Like they were the most coordinated, the best debaters and arguers I've ever seen in my entire life. The atheists that I talked to were, I was looking at them with starry eyes. I was like, these guys walk into a debate, walk into a room, and for every argument that you have, these guys are ready, on point. These guys are killer debaters. You are unable to debate them and beat them. They walk in, they kill the competition, kill the Christian arguments, and they walk out. And it's as simple as that. And it only takes them like 30 minutes. Not even up to an hour. They just wiped the floor. I remember one of the atheists that I was debating, even, this kind of traumatized me, but like, not really. I think this is a misuse of the word traumatized. But I remember he called me one of the dumbest people that he had ever met. And he knew a lot of dumb people, and I was the dumbest one because I was so uneducated when it came to Christianity, and my Christian arguments didn't make sense. And I was 18 at the time, and this guy was like 16. Okay, that last part's actually kind of funny, but it's like there were people younger than me that were like smarter than me and outpacing me and like beating me in these debates, and they were atheists, and they were using Bible quotes against me, and they knew their stuff. As I started to do more research and look at what atheists were saying, I started to see Christianity with clear eyes, and I saw the flaws, and I saw the contradictions, and the system didn't make sense to me. God had very barbaric, angry, hateful, killer instinct and nature, and people were talking about him in my Christian communities and small circles as if he was loving and he cares about us, and he really doesn't care about human life. Another thing that made me drop Christianity was as I was losing friends, and as it was not making sense to me, and as I left high school in my adolescence, which was really fun and really easy, and I loved it, and I miss all my friends, and I miss those small communities. I constantly feel nostalgic. After leaving adolescence and coming into the adult world, and everything is so much harder, and the government doesn't care about us, and things were more expensive, and college didn't work out for me, and I was facing all my hardships. After Christians that I trusted and Christians that were supposed to be there for me and show me support treated me with such harshness when it came to my questions and my confusion. When I sit in a room by myself, in the dark, really sad, God is not there to rescue me. God is not there doing me any favors. God is not doing anything for me. What is doing something for me is me getting up, and I have to help myself, and I have to pick myself up. And that's what me and atheists and Christians, everybody has to do that. You have to take care of yourself. Where is God doing that for anybody? Where is God doing that for some of the worst atrocities in history? God is our loving Father, but he was never there for us. Where was my dad when I needed him? When he didn't show up to my band rehearsals, he didn't show up to my baseball games. Where was he? No, but what we do have of God is in the Bible, he was showing up for those people in the Old Testament, but he doesn't care about us. Sorry, I had to switch rooms because there was like noise in my house. But like what we have of God is a book written by men who knew God. God couldn't come talk to us directly. Does he care about his children? Why isn't he here for us? When I'm struggling in life, I don't see God here to hold me and like hug me and like take care of me and pat me on the back and tell me I'm doing a good job as a man and lift me off of my feet. I get that support from my fellow man. I get that support from a girlfriend if I have one at the time. I get that support from what's here in front of me. That's what matters to me. That is what I believe in. I don't believe in the God that was never there, and people will just tell me that he loves me, but he can't say that himself to his son.